Well, hello, hello, hello there, my beautiful YouTube family. I am so glad that you have decided to join me for another episode of Smile with Me. I'm Lisa, your host, and today I want to talk to you about why I am so happy. I have two Bible verses that I want to share with you, and they're both coming from the book of Philippians, the fourth chapter, the fourth and the fifth verse. Now, I did switch it up just a little bit today, and I decided to go with the message version of the Bible instead of the easy to read version. And check this out what it says in Philippians 4 and 5. It says, celebrate God all day, every day. Revel in Him. Make it as clear as you can to all that you meet that you are on their side and not against them. Help them to see that the master is about to arrive and that he could show up at any minute. Y'all, that right there, I feel like that right there just sets the groundwork for what I want to talk to you about. I did some research on smiling and I did some research on frowning. And I think the information that I found will be quite surprising to you and will help you to understand just why I am happy. In my research, I look for facts about smiling and facts about frowning. And so I have a lot of positive information on one side of my paper that is associated with smiling, and then I have a lot of negative information that's on the other side of my paper that's related to frowning. So I don't know about you, but I think I want to keep the feeling live and I want to hop right over here to the positive vibe of this side of the paper. So, with smiling, when I looked up smiling, I was just like, what are some things that you think of when you hear the word smile or when you even see someone smiling? And some of the things that I found was someone who's delighted, someone who's pleased, someone with lots of energy, someone who's happy, someone who is positive, and someone who is joyful. All other things that I found out about smiling is that it only takes 5 to 17 facial muscles to smile. Did you know that? I didn't realize. I knew it took less to smile than it does to frown, but I didn't realize that it can take as little as 5 muscles to smile. When you smile, you feel and you appear to be more confident. When you smile, you are more attractive, and that helps out your social life and your dating life. Mm. When you smile, you're also more attractive than when you wear makeup. Wow. When you smile, you burn calories, and it helps boost your immune system, excuse me. Smiling is the most recognized facial feature in the world. It is the most recognized universal facial expression, facial expression. It also went into talking about realizing the difference between a genuine smile and a fake smile. And I thought it was really interesting because I never paid this any attention. Even with people who wear masks and stuff, that when someone is genuinely smiling at you, there's a little crinkle that takes place right around their eyes and their skin. When they are fake smiling at you, nothing happens right there. Never knew that till I started doing my research. Now, let's go over to this other side of the paper, which I'm, really not excited about because it's about frowning. And things that come to mind when you hear the word frown or see someone frown is someone who is in pain, someone who's bitter, grumpy, complaining, or toxic. I don't know about y'all, but I like that other list a whole lot better than this one so far. I don't want these things associated with me. So it talks about that when you're folks, a lot of people who frown a lot, that they become toxic, and that they tend to complain, and a frown becomes their default mode. That's just how they feel. They're sad, they're bitter. That's just their default mode. That's what they always go to. It's just to be upset about stuff or to be sad about stuff. It also talks about how when you complain a lot, it requires your brain to think negatively. And I'm not trying to train my brain to think negative. I want to keep training my brain to think positive things. It also talked about that chaos and confusion were associated with people who frown or complained a lot. And get this, it only takes 5 to 17 facial muscle, excuse me, to smile. How about it takes anywhere from 43 to 62 to frown? Mm. So already that's taken up too much of my time and too much of my energy and effort to frown about things. So I am not trying to be walking around frowning. Think about that. The next time that you're feeling a little upset about something and that you're frowning and things, you might want to remember, fix your face, because you never know who is watching. You never know who is looking to you to set a good example, and you don't want to be setting the wrong example by walking around with a frown on your face. Let's get into exactly what I was talking about a few minutes ago when I said that this episode is about why I am always happy. So, usually about 3 to 4 times, maybe 5 times a month or so, I am hearing comments like, my gosh, you're always so happy. You're always smiling. What makes you so happy? Why are you always so happy? Why are you always smiling? What is it about you that just causes you to be lit up all the time? What is it? And I even had someone to ask me before if I was faking and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? I probably should have been offended, but I wasn't. And after about 3 or 4 minutes into that conversation, I think the person had wished they had not asked me, but oh well, they asked and I felt like I must deliver a response to them. I'm going to tell you why I am always happy. It is because God dwells in my heart. He is so good to me. We have an amazing relationship, and God walks and talks with me every day, and he keeps me on the straight and narrow. He keeps me straight. He does everything that he needs to do, to keep me focused on him. He keeps me laser focused on the positive things instead of dwelling on the negative things that are out there. I had another friend that used to always would ask me, how was my day? And he's after a while, he started to laugh and he was like, you know what, Lisa, every time I ask you, how was your day? You always say, oh, it was amazing, or it was awesome, it was fantastic, or it was great, and stuff, and he was just like, I just don't understand how that's humanly possible for every day of yours to always be so great, And I said, well, you know what? The thing about it is that I don't get distracted. I don't let the chaos and the confusion come in my way. I don't let the little foxes that try to spoil the vines, to get in my way. Because Jesus lives in me and dwells in my heart, he puts a shield around me that keeps me protected from those little foxes that try to spoil the vine and all the chaos and confusion that is constantly like trying to jump in front of me and get ahead of me. As a leader, every day, I have to make important decisions. I have to make critical decisions that could impact someone's life. I have to be on my game. I have to be spot on every day. I put out fires right and left. I take phone calls right and left. I'm dealing with issues that come up right and left. I'm constantly on the go every day and stuff. And so it's not that the chaos and confusion does not come, because trust me, it is right there in my face trying to distract me, and it's all over the place. But because I have a secure relationship with God, and because we talk constantly, like constantly, multiple times a day, that's just how it is. That's how I roll with me and God. He's right here, and he's always out there to protect me and keep me safe from hurt, harm, and danger. You may wonder what my day looks like. Well, I'm glad you asked, and I'm glad you're wondering, because I'm happy to share it with you that from the moment my eyes open up to the moment I'm able to take in a deep breath, to the moment that I am able to put my feet on the floor and walk to my bathroom, take a shower, get dressed, and just start thinking about what I need to do for the day, I am in constant prayer with God. I am thanking him for my eyes being able to open, because there's somebody out there who didn't get that opportunity. I am thanking him for being able to take a breath, because there is somebody out there who didn't get to take their breath that morning. I am grateful that my feet touched that floor and I didn't have to have assistance with getting out of my bed, because there's some people who have to have assistance to get in and out of their bed. I didn't need assistance to get to my bathroom. I didn't need assistance with a shower. I didn't need assistance with getting dressed. I was able to think for myself. I didn't have to depend on someone else helping me make a decision about just a day-to-day daily life routine and stuff. So I realize that there are so many people out there that don't have that opportunity, and I am grateful for it. And I take every opportunity I can to say thank you to God. The other part of my day is pretty much ongoing. Once my day has started, this is how the rest of the 24 hours typically rolls out for me. And it's that, again, I'm saying thank you, Jesus, for everything that you have allowed me to do. I see all of those things, being able to get out of my bed and being able to start a new day, as a grateful opportunity. It's a grateful opportunity to meet some new people coming up, that day. It's a grateful opportunity to be able to share with friends or others or just strangers, people that I don't know, because some of you may not know, but I talk to people. I like to talk. And don't get me started on a subject that I love. And hey, one of my subjects that I love is talking about the goodness of God and stuff. So I just see that as just a grateful opportunity to be able to do that. Because if He did not wake me up, then that would mean that my time was done and that I was finished. I had done everything that He wanted me to do. But because I'm getting that opportunity, that tells me that He is so not finished with me yet. And there's so much more out there to do. And I'm going to do everything I can within those next 24 hours to make sure that I'm doing what He's wanting me to do. And then I start all over again. I hit repeat and just start all over again. I realize that, as a leader, that I have to ask for direction as well so that I can lead others. So throughout my day, I am constantly asking God to go before me and to make smooth my pathway, so that when I run into that chaos and confusion that's jumping up around me, and those little foxes that are trying to spoil the vine are jumping around me, I know I have that shield of protection around me that God has given me, because I have asked Him to order my steps the way that He wants them to go. But I know that He's going to be right there before me, that He's already gone throughout the day, and He knows how I need to navigate my way through the day, because He's already prepared it for me. And with Him on my side, and knowing that He has my back, I am good to go. I am A-OK. I don't want you to misinterpret anything that I'm saying by any means. Now, I realize that life is not rainbows and unicorns and things of that nature. I totally get it. I realize that there's going to be times when sadness comes, illness comes, pain comes, issues come up, struggles. There's going to be rain in your day. I mean, I realize that things like that are going to happen. But at the same time, there are also times when there is lots of joy, lots of happiness, lots of sunshine, lots of peace. I mean, even when the rain comes and stuff, I see it as liquid sunshine, because the rain is good for us as well. The rain takes care of our green spaces and stuff. It causes our grass to grow, our flowers to bloom, and our trees to bud and things. And I don't know if any of you out there enjoy being outside, but I enjoy being outside, and I enjoy looking at things that God has created. And I know that He sends the sunshine and the rain to keep it all in rotation. Therefore, He's going to send the good and the bad to us to keep it all in rotation, so that we will continually rely on Him and believe in Him and trust in Him, to know that He has our back. For today's episode, I have a few takeaways that I would like for you to think about, that will help you to understand me better and to understand why I am always happy. I choose joy. I choose to be happy. I choose to live in peace. I choose to see the good in every single thing that I encounter throughout the day. Earlier, I mentioned how I'm in constant communication with God all day long, multiple times a day. I pray, we talk, I sing, all of this stuff, to let God know that I am grateful to Him and I appreciate Him making my pathway smooth. Thanking Him for going before me before I could get there, and thanking Him for just ordering my steps for me. Throughout the day, I am constantly asking Him to let me think the way that I need to think, to let me see the things that I need to see, to let me have the empathy in my heart that I need to have so that I can lead and make decisions, critical decisions that may impact someone's life. That is my relationship with God. We truly are best friends. We talk a lot, and He knows me and I know Him. I'm telling you, I have way too much goodness that is in my life to dwell on things that will deflate me, things that will devastate me, or things that will discourage me. I don't have time for the negative Naomis and the grumpy Grants. They can go sit in the balcony. As my mentor, Real Talk Kim, talks about how those little foxes that want to spoil the vines and things, and that chaos and confusion that comes into your life and things, recognize it, acknowledge it, and boom, take it to the balcony, send it to the balcony. If it's a person, you're going to have to love them from the balcony, because we have no time for that in our life at all. Too many good things are going on. I spend a lot of my time, not like I said, singing, praising God, and just praying to Him. And when I'm singing, I constantly think about this one particular song that we sing at my church, and it's called "The Goodness of God." I'm really sorry that I don't know who sings the song, because I've heard so many different artists sing it, but it's sung at my church quite often. And there's two parts of that song that truly just I just love, and because I can attest to them, is that it talks about how I have lived in the goodness of God, and I truly have lived in it, and I am still living in the goodness of God. And in the chorus, it talks about your goodness is running after me. How beautiful to know that God has so many blessings that He is chasing me down to give them to me. You can be in that same situation. Just ask God to come and live in your heart, to come dwell inside you. He will deliver those blessings to you too. He will chase you down with those blessings, and ensure that you stay safe, and ensure that you're thinking the way you need to think, seeing what you need to see, and feeling exactly what you need to feel. As I start to wrap up, I just want to remind you of the Bible verse that I mentioned at the beginning, from Philippians, the 4th chapter, the 4th and the 5th verse, where it says to celebrate God all day, every day, to revel in Him. It tells us that with the people that we come in contact with, that we need to let them know that we are on their side and that we are not trying to work against them. It also reminds us to let people know that God could come back at any moment. I was recently reading one of my leadership books, and I discovered in there where it talked about how sometimes people don't trust people who smile a lot, or people who are always happy and in a good mood and things, And it saddened me, if I must be transparent with you for just a moment, it saddened me it broke my heart to know that there are people out there that may think that about me. That they may feel like, oh gosh, I can't trust her. She's always smiling and laughing and stuff, but that's not me. It saddens me to know that that person did not, get to know me well enough to know that my heart is postured to God, that God dwells within me, and that I see the good in everything. And that, life is short, and we have to be happy about things. And so it just, like I said, it just saddened me, to know that someone may get that impression about me. But it's not. My smile is genuine. My happiness is genuine. My God is genuine. My love for my God is super genuine. And He takes care of me and He protects me. And I sure do hope that you have that same relationship with Him, so then you know what I'm talking about. YouTube family, this is truly another grateful opportunity. Another grateful opportunity that you have allowed me into your space for a few minutes to share some words of encouragement and today to tell you about why I'm so happy. I smile my way through my seasons. I smile no matter what because I know God's got me. I will continue to celebrate Him all day, every day. I will revel in Him. I will continue to sing of the goodness of God. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe to my channel and share this video with someone that you know may need some words of encouragement. Thank you for everything. I love you, and I am so glad that you have tuned in for another episode of Smile with Me. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day.